So, kind of concerning news in regards to Michaela Timson for her season overseas, and she's been doing well in the Czech League games because the Czech League games don't matter. But Prague are struggling. They are really struggling when it comes to EuroLeague. They looked horrendous against Girona. Like, they looked horrendous against Girona, and they looked so bad today. Like, it was grim how bad they were. This is a team that was projected to be a top 2 or 3 team in EuroLeague. And KK hasn't really been playing in EuroLeague, and they got battered by a not very good team. Like, they've gone out all French. As far as I'm aware, I think they went out all French, didn't they? I think they went out all French. But Prague have Caitlin Chen, Valerie Yayi, Janelle Salon, Pauline Astier, Bridget Carlton was starting. And it just didn't matter. They were so bad. I watched bits of the game and I'm like, this is horrendous. But it is concerning that KK Timson didn't make the squad now because she was originally brought in. They brought in Caitlin Chen as like a last minute player. But Caitlin Chen has been prioritized as a import player. Like, there is nationality rules. You don't need to play a certain amount of non-European players in EuroLeague. So there are rules around that. So Caitlin Chen is being prioritized as a non-nationality player, or let's say as an American player. Well, not necessarily American. It could be American, Australian, just non-EU. And she was brought in really late. So the initial plan was to have KK Timson. And if you guys are looking at the team, like, they're playing threes at the 4. They're playing threes at times at the 5. They don't really have a proper 5 out there that's doing anything really. And like, they've been starting Valu Ayayi at the 5. Have they? No, sorry. Hoff has been playing at the 5. But there are times where, like, they put Salon to the bench, Chen was starting, Carlton was there, where they've been running Ayayi or Janelle Salon at the 5. And KK Timson just has seemingly not shown enough to make the squad. That is a concern. Like, that is a real concern because I'm seeing so much of year 2 KK is going to take over. And I'm like, I'm very, very concerned. Like, she didn't make the match day squad. And they have Bree Jones to come back. KK is almost certainly going to be cut. Because they already have, like, I would assume the plan was that because Bridget Carlton was coming in late, the KK was going to be there till Bree Jones was going to be there. And with Carlton coming in late, you would have assumed KK was going to play because they need size, they need bigs. And Carlton's a guard, and maybe Caitlin Chen was going to come in as a like, Caitlin Chen was going to be gone, and she was just in there as a temporary player for Carlton. Just like it was, I would have assumed that KK was a temporary player, but I don't know how many foreign players are you allowed, or say non-EU players are you allowed. So Fenner have right now 0. I'll say 1. Kayla McBride's in there for Fenner. I just want to see what's story with Monique Billings. Is she still with the team? Has she been cut? Like, I think Monique Billings is still with the team. I know she was only a 10 player. Was she? So Monique Billings was obviously left off for Fenner. I'm surprised. I'll say Beck Allen. So, I mean, you must only be allowed of 2 because it looks like Beck Allen and Kayla McBride are the import players for Fenner because Meg Gustafson has a Spanish passport. Is there anyone else? Obviously, Rupert's French, Messerman's Belgian, Sevgi Uzun's Turkish, Aleman's Belgian as well. So yeah, they can kind of have that lineup. But it does seem like Moni Billings has kind of gone out. And yeah, that's just one of those things where it's a tricky one because there are better players than KK that are gone. It just would have been... It would have genuinely been a... like... I just thought she was going to be in the squad. Like, I'm going to be honest. I just thought she was going to be in the squad for these games. I thought they need big, so she'd be in it. It is concerning. Like, people are being like, "Oh, I'm too hard on KK." Man, I've watched some of her. I've watched all of her EuroLeague games, all of her EuroLeague minutes. I don't care about the Czech League. Like, I don't care how you perform when your team is winning by 60. I care that Girona decided they were going to run the whoever offense on KK Timson. They were going to literally put KK in the pick and roll. Every single possession. That's what I care about. And I'm concerned. Like, you don't go to develop your game really in Europe, but I'm concerned from what I'm watching of the lack of improvement we've seen in feel for the game in the last 8 months from KK Timson. Like, because obviously everyone's like, oh, you know, if KK had played more, she would have been better. I'm less confident of that right now. I'm way less confident of that because I genuinely think that we just haven't seen... I don't think it's an IQ thing with KK. I think it's a feel. I think she's got one more year. She's got 1 year. And I could see the Indiana Fever trading her. Because if you end up getting Janiyah Barker in a draft, you can't have both of them taking up 2 roster spots. Like, that's the problem with the WNBA draft, is that there's only a certain amount of roster spots you can have. And I'm like, there's only so much skill and athleticism. Just like in the NBA, sometimes players they don't have it put together, and at 23 years old, it's a tough one. Like, I don't see her going anywhere because of her current rookie deal that she's on, but I would be very concerned if I was a Fever fan that she's being cut for a guard on a team that needs bigs. And obviously when Bree Jones is there, she's never going to play in EuroLeague. So, yeah, I'll be really interested to see next year. I think she's got 1 more year. We'll see next year if there is any sort of improvement. If there is a year 2 jump from KK, I really hope I'm wrong, because KK is somebody that really should be, like, she has that potential to be a starter. She has that potential to be really good. But I think she's this close to being cut. I'm going to be honest. If KK Timson, I would be shocked if KK Timson is not cut by the end of January. I'm not sure. She might not make it to 2025. Whenever Bree Jones comes over, I cannot see them continuing to pay KK. But anyway, I'll see you guys.